everybody. Shenoah Grove here from Texas REIAs. Excited to have you all with us today. We're doing a little bit of live coaching in the room. I already have a volunteer that is lined up, and I want to welcome you guys all to the meeting. So we meet every single Tuesday in a different city throughout Texas to talk about real estate investing, to talk about ways to do it right, to talk about ways to make more money, to talk about the forecast, to talk about how we can understand the new laws that are always coming out, and to make sure that we do this right so that we all make money. Is that, I think, probably why we're all here? Yes, yes? Yes. Yes, okay, fantastic. So, Kiara, you and I were talking earlier, and I may ask you to grab a mic in the next couple minutes as we're getting started. But we were talking earlier about how to protect yourself as a real estate investor. And one of the documents that I said that you might want to look after or look for is some type of a non-circumvent, some type of a non-disclosure type document. And then I also mentioned, and then Kiara, would you mind, I've got a mic set up over there. Is there any way that I could get you to like stand up and like we could have a conversation? That way the folks that are here can hear you as well as the folks that are joining us online. Is that okay? A round of applause for Kiara for being so brave to volunteer. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. The forced volunteership usually works pretty well. So let's see, I think the camera's headed around to you very slowly, and there you are. Okay, so Kiara, you said you were kind of wholesaling a wholesale deal for another wholesaler, right?
Yes.
And I gave you some instructions on the best way to be able to protect yourself. Now you want to protect yourself on, you got two sides you need to protect yourself on. Number one, you need to make sure that your wholesaler is on your team. And how do you make sure that they're on that they are on your team? You need to pull out that long-term greedy in them, right? So you need to say, like, I have all of these buyers, right? So not just for this one deal that we're working on right now, but for all of the deals that we're working on, right? And that way you'll ensure that someone is loyal to you when you do something good for them, right? And then when you're talking, and you said you're also trying to find buyers because you got a deal that you're actively working on right now. And the way that you also want to work with your buyers, not kind of show up as I only have this one deal, this is the only deal I ever have, I'm just getting started, I don't really know what I'm doing. Don't show up like that. Instead, show up of, I'm talking to all the deals, and I've got all the deals, and not only do I want to sell, you know, if this deal goes right between you and I, what do I now want to do? I now want to open up all of the deals for you. So what are they seeing in their head? They're seeing like an opportunity to make money with Kiara going forward, right? And literally, like the people, and I mentioned to you as we were getting started, before we started recording, I said another group that we can really use this well with are our contractors, right? So our contractor is going to be more loyal to us when they think that we only have one renovation project, or are they going to be more loyal to us when they think we have about 10 renovation projects coming? 10 projects, right? Yeah. So when you guys are working with a contractor, don't go to the contractor and say, this is my first time, I've never done this before, I don't know anything about this, because then you look like Bambi in the forest, and the contractor has a gun and they're coming after you, okay? You guys didn't know we were going to talk about Bambis and shooting and how that stuff. So I'm so sorry. This is Texas though, after all. So we already know who's holding in the room as well. Thank you very much, ma'am. But what you want to tell them is I've got a lot of deals that are coming down the pike. And this is especially effective when what happens on one of your deals, when some surprise happens that was not in the initial bid, right? Because that's when it becomes very uncomfortable between you and the contractor. Is that right? Is that right? Yes, that's right. So at that point, that's really when you want to show them, like, oh no, I'm not just, you know, a one deal investor, I've got multiple deals. So as a tip, even if you don't have that next deal up and running, just take them over to your parents' house, okay? So look at this mess. This is my next, now the pictures of you when you were a kid, just knock those over, okay? Just so they don't see those, right? They want to know that you are going to be a gravy train for them forever. And the more projects that you show them, you're building out this story, right, of who you are and how you guys are going to work together. And literally, like, you know, from me, like when I'm talking to a new contractor, literally, I will tell them, there's one contractor I worked with for 10 years. I literally took him from a 1985, you know, old Ford pickup truck to a brand new F-150 to a brand new F-250 to a brand new F-350, right? And I was thrilled to be able to do that. I put his kids through college, and I was thrilled to be able to do that. and I want to do the exact same thing with you and our relationship. Does that paint a different kind of a story than this is my first deal, I've never done this before, right? So that's what I want you to kind of, be a couple this ahead whenever you're talking with anyone, because real estate and I mean, this is going to sound harsh, but sometimes real estate can be very cutthroat. And sometimes people who think that they are part of the deal, and someone like you think you've been working on the deal, and I'm sure you have been, and then somehow you get not part of the deal when it comes to writing the checks, which to me is a pretty critical part of being part of the deal, right? So just a little bit of advice and suggestions. Any questions about anything that we discussed or talked about?
No, pretty straightforward. Makes sense.
All right, awesome. A round of applause for Kiara. Yeah. And I'll ask, is there anybody else who's working on a deal right now that they want to talk about, or that they're stuck on, or they need some extra guidance on? Anybody else? Everyone's like, well, I saw what she did to Kiara, so I'm out. Anyone else? Seriously. Yeah, come on up if you don't mind. What's your name, sir? Kara? All right, Kara. Everyone say hello to Kara. With a round of applause too, yeah. Hi, how are you? That was made for someone who's 5'2", sorry. We can still hear you though.
Yeah. Okay, so actually I'm working on I'm checking different deals here and there. So basically I'm looking for BRRRR. But the thing is, most hard money lenders, right, HMLs, they're asking for either an LIC, because I'm newbie, right? I haven't done any deals or something like that. So they want someone who has some experience with me. So they are asking whether I can form a LLC and then take
an LLC you can form while we're sitting here in the meeting tonight. I
know that's not a problem, but they also need someone to partner up with me, because so they want someone to partner up with you for what reason? For experience or for money? Experience.
For experience. Okay. I'll tell you that what I've found in almost 2 decades of investing in real estate and working with lenders of all kinds, there is this little hard money decoder ring. Has anybody seen that? Anybody seen this hard money decoder ring? Has anybody seen that? You want me to decode what they just said? Yeah, so obviously you don't have experience. What else are they saying though? What are they telling you about? Do you have a deal that you want funded right now?
Actually I have 2 to 3.
You have 2 to 3 deals you want funded right now. What are they also telling him? He's a what?
Risk.
He's a risk. What are they telling him? What else are they telling him? What are they saying about his deal? They don't think it's a good deal, right? So when they don't think it's a good deal, what does a hard money lender want? What does your decoder ring say? So usually they ask you, and sometimes at the last minute, hey, oops, gosh, we're going to need you to bring a little bit of money to the closing. Yeah. What are you talking about? I thought we were good. I thought you did an appraisal. I thought you pulled my credit. I thought you went out to the house. I thought we were good. Yeah, about that. Yeah, we just took another little look at it. We sent it up to underwriting, and you're like, I didn't think a hard money lender had an underwriter. I thought we were just doing this. This is the deal. No. So a lot of times this happens at the last minute. So your decoder ring should be telling you that maybe your quote unquote deal is not a deal, because who in here has dealt with a hard money lender in the past? Okay, so if you have a deal and it's a 70% of ARV minus repairs deal, what is your hard money lender saying? Yeah, where do I send the money? Send me the title commitment, send me the survey, where do I send the money? But if they're hesitating, you might have the wrong hard money lender. And I've got, I'll pop up some of the hard money lenders that are very well trusted by Texas REIAs in the next couple of moments. So I would either look at the deal or I would look at the hard money lender. I'm curious, does anyone in here want free coaching, free advice? Okay, hopefully that would be everyone, right? Okay, this is a test. This is just a test. I know who my procrastinators are. Oh, I'll raise my hand later. It's too busy, too hard. So free coaching, free advice, take your deal to a hard money lender. If the hard money lender says, yes, I will fund that, what do you know about your deal? You've got a good one. If the hard money lender says, oh no, you've got to have somebody else to do this with you, or oh no, you've got to put more, all fun, but you've got to put more money down. What do you know about your deal?
It's not a good deal.
It might not be a good deal. So they're giving you coaching, they're giving you advice, but they may not be giving it to you directly. That's why you need that hard money ring decoder, right?
Okay.
Now another thing that they're also asking you, so they're saying bring someone else along. What do they want? Why do they want that other person to be brought along?
So that his experience can count. He has a network of contractors, inspectors, rehab.
Yes,
builders.
yeah. And what else does he want?
Hedging method.
Security. Develop this a little more. He wants a what? I want a signature. I want a cosigner.
Okay.
I want another guarantor, because I've seen your financials, and I don't feel 100% comfortable.
Right.
Okay. Now, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to be real. So please know that this is coming from my heart. So look at that deal again, and just maybe even go back to the lender and say, well, most hard money lenders are asset-based lenders, where they're only looking at the asset. So where if they had to take it back, then they would still be okay, right? Are you trying to tell me, and it's okay, just, please just tell me like it is, are you trying to tell me that the deal that I have really isn't a good deal? I would appreciate that coaching, right? Sure. And now is good. Because you don't want to waste your time either, right? So that's maybe what I would do it. And if you'll let me play this, guys, I've got a quick commercial to play as part of Texas REIAs, and I'll pop up some of the vendors that you can also reach out to as well.
Would you like to be a real estate investor in Texas? Come to one of our free local meetings to get access to free training, wholesale properties, capital, and power teams. Click on the link below to find a meeting near you and register for free.
Awesome, guys. So I've got a lot to share over the course of this meeting. I do have a slide with several of our vendors and sponsors that have been longtime members and vendors and sponsors of Texas REIAs that you can write down and reach out to. So I've got a whole slide with several names on there that you can add to your personal power team as well, because it is never good when you only have one player in a position, right? I mean, think about a basketball team, think about a football team, think about a baseball team. They have not just one player in every position, they have several players deep in every position, right? And that's one of the ways that you win as a real estate investor. And that's certainly one of the ways that we win here as part of Texas REIA, is by sharing all that tribal knowledge as well. We got two people who were open to volunteering and getting some information about helping them through some of the things that they're working through in their real estate and real estate investing. Does anybody else working on something that they want any advice or want any coaching on? Don't be shy. Know that I promise I coach from my heart, so I want the best for all of you guys. Anybody working on something that they're stuck on? I see, it's so funny, it's like you're pointing over here. He's pointing over there. No, he's scratching his neck. But you said you had a question? Yeah, you want to come over here? You got to come over here. Yeah, this is how we're going to do this. It's happening. You'll love it. You'll thank me later. Yeah, you'll thank me later. And as you're getting up, I want to show you guys this. This is what happens when an engineer does real estate investing, okay? This is our real estate investor blueprint. This is the 273 different things that we've learned since we started investing almost 2 decades ago. So we've learned a little bit about real estate along the way, and I would love to be able to help you, sir. Would you remind me your name, sir?
Christopher.
Hey, Christopher, how are you?
I'm all right.
Good.
I could be better. But,
awesome. Let's make it better.
well, I know before we were discussing realtors, but now, I'm kind of stuck with the cash, hard money lenders and private investors.
Hard money lenders versus private investors, yeah.
There's a difference between the two.
Yes.
Because I went the hard money route.
Okay, hard money route, yeah. Because
of those same reasons that the other gentleman up here was talking about.
Okay.
But I went to private investor. Okay.
No, I'm sorry, you said you went to a private investor or a hard money lender?
I went to the hard money lender first.
Okay, got it, yeah.
And I found out that the private investor had better terms.
The private investor typically has better terms by 1 to 3 points and by 2 to 3 percentage on the interest rate, yeah.
Right, so what I'm stuck on is they'll give out the terms of the loan, and but maybe an owner may still ask for proof of funds.
Great.
So do they actually want to see the funds in your account, or what do the
Guys, if you're selling a house to Christopher, do you want to see the funds in Christopher's account? I do.
What I'm saying,
You can show them a proof of funds letter, and ils.cash, if you need a proof of funds letter, like while we're in the meeting tonight, ils.cash, Texas-based hard money lender. They'll print you out, or they'll send you a PDF, again, while we're sitting in the meeting. We're probably going to crash their server tonight, but they can get you one like that. And there are a ton of other hard money lenders who can do it too, very quickly. They're just one of the ones that has it completely automated on their site. And it's run by Tom Barry, someone I've known in investing for about 15 years, really just salt of the earth, solid guy.
So that was iOS?
ILS.
Oh, ILS.
Yeah,
IL
.cash
dot
as
cash.
opposed to .com. Okay.
Okay, so now
They'll send you a PDF. You have to fill in a little bit of information, and then they'll send you a PDF that's a proof of funds letter. Now, they'll only do it up to 500K. And what they say is, after 500K, we want to have an actual conversation with you. So if it's above 500K, that will include a call.
Okay, so now you I guess you talk to them after, like, say, well, I got the private lender with the good interest rate. So
Yeah.
you get I guess the loan breakdown from them, and then give it to the.
Well, if it were me, I'd probably send them the ILS letter, and I'd probably close with your private money lender. But let me tell you something about private money lenders. They're funny, and by funny I mean like they don't always close. Not me, but a girlfriend of mine had a situation where she had gotten a private money lender, and the terms were, 2/3 the price of a hard money lender. Okay. And, he was a doctor, had millions of dollars, hey, I like you, I want to support you, I'm kind of interested in this real estate thing, if you got any deals that come up, hey, let me know. And she's like, oh man, this one's in the bag. She gets ready to go to closing, and the private money lender says, oh shoot, I just booked a trip to Cancun. Is there any way I'm going to be back in 7 days? Is there any way I can do it when I get back?
So should she had gotten those, I guess, proof of funds beforehand?
Well, he told her, no, yeah, I'll fund your deal. Yeah, I'm stoked about it. Let's do this. And then when it came down to sending the cash, he was less into it. So just know that some private money lenders have second thoughts. They're not as reliable typically as a hard money lender on the first transaction. After you get them through the first hump, then usually, and then you start returning their money, and you start returning it at 10, 12+% interest. And in the environment that we're in now with the stock market and with inflation, what do they say to you the second that you return that money?
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. But getting them over that first hump can sometimes be painful. So my girlfriend who was in the situation, she came to me and she's like, hey, Shenoah, hey, my friend, I'm in a little bit of trouble. I've got to close this deal tomorrow. My private money lender says, apparently there are no banks in Cancun, so he can't send me the money, and I can't wait because I got to close this because it's going to foreclosure and all this other stuff. So literally she called me and I funded it in a day. So you have to know who you're dealing with, and you have to be ready for some of these surprises, because some of these surprises as a new investor will punch you in the face, and you're being in some cases penny wise and pound foolish, right? You don't you save money on a deal that you were never able to close because it went to somebody else because you missed your deadline, right? Or went to auction or went for foreclosure. And then on top of that, you left a seller in a lurch, whether that's them going to auction, a house being foreclosed on, anything else in their life that they had planned, you kind of screwed them over. I mean, take this super seriously when you're lining up your lender, like to make sure that they are really good to go and not just sort of interested in it, right?
They're sending me the breakdown of the money that they're willing to loan. But here's the issue that I had. I was like, okay, well, just sending somebody a breakdown of a loan as proof of funds is not cutting
No, they
it.
just need to write you a letter. So, I mean, just say, hey, let me help you. Your job is to, so have any of you guys found that in life, sometimes you have to do other people's jobs if you want to get done what you want to get done? Yeah, so go do their job. What does that mean? Go Google proof of funds letter, write it, put their letterhead on it, send it to them, say, could you sign this? Send it to them in DocuSign so they can, sometimes we have to do the work of other people to get what we want in life.
Think outside the box.
Easy, yeah. Stop thinking that they're going to take care. No, you take care of yourself. Just it's like, just sign this on your way through. Yes.
Good answer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Hey guys, some of you may have seen our Houses Flipping People van right outside of the door, and we're doing a little show, so I want to talk a little bit about that and what that looks like.
Houses Flipping People is sponsored by Texas REIAs, the largest network of real estate investor associations in Texas. If you have even the slightest interest in investing in real estate, come to one of our local free meetings to learn how. Click on the link below.
Awesome. So we have the host of Houses Flipping People here with us tonight.
Hi,
I want to say hello to Olivia.
Hello, Olivia.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Yeah. So Olivia, will you tell them a little bit about Houses Flipping People and how they can get involved?
Guys, House Flipping People is a show that it tells exactly our story. How much has real estate transformed our lives? It is about the house, but not just that. It does transform our house. It does change the sellers or whoever situation that they are in. We will change their lives as well as an investor, and we also change the neighborhood. So that's when I come in, I interview all the investors. That is all sponsored by Texas REIA, and I would love to have you guys on the show. So please continue to follow us, and I would love to get to know you guys and come in and interview you guys on one of your guys' deals.
So Houses Flipping People has a YouTube channel if you'd like to follow Olivia and the story of many of the other members of Texas REIAs about how investing in real estate has changed their lives. And it's a great show to watch because exactly as Olivia says, it doesn't just tell the story of the house, it tells the story of what the person was doing before in life. And typically what that looks like is someone quitting a job that they hated in order to do something that they loved and make a lot of money doing it. So we'd love to have you guys take part in that and follow us at Houses Flipping People. We actually have the Houses Flipping People van just right out front as well. So it's a great way to be able to take part, great way to be able to enjoy and learn about real estate and just see some of the different things that it can do for you, whether it's quitting a job that you hate. And the reason why I kind of am harping on that piece is because I typically, when people ask me what I do for a living, I often say, as part of my role at Texas REIAs, I often say that I help people quit jobs that they hate so they can do things that they love. And it feels amazing, and that's one of the beautiful things that we can do here at Part as Texas REIA. So we'd love to have you guys join us for that. And guys, thank you all for joining us for that part of the presentation.